The Georgia Municipal Association hereby recognize Hector Gutierrez. Yes, thank you. Satisfactory completed the Robert E. Knox Junior Municipal Leadership Institute. September 29th. And then this one is from the Carl Vinson Institute of Government and the Georgia Municipal Association hereby certifies that Hector Leonard Gutierrez has successfully completed the requirements for a certificate of excellence.
Thank you so much. I'm just so proud. Anytime I go to these places just to talk about Forest Park and represent us. Sometimes I'm a little sleepy, but I'm there, sucking all the information up to bring it here and just, represent our city and our county. So just thank y'all for, believing in me and the city for funding these things. Come back and bring this knowledge. Thank you. Thank you. We count down. Are we good? Plumbing. I actually.
Your hand is covering your right hand.
There you go. Three, two. Thank you. Three. All right. I'm good. I don't like
Is it next?
Yes.
Is it, okay, yeah.
Come back, y'all.
Okay, Mr. Jonathan Reg Jr. Before we read it and what you normally do, so I won't take that from you. But I would just like to say, for a long time, I've known this guy and his dad, and even before, when I was a little girl, they were contributing and giving back to the city of Forest Park. And with David passing away, Jonathan has continued to do that. So I just want to say thank you so much for always giving to our community, and not just being a victim in the community, but actually caring and giving back. So we appreciate you so much. Love you. And so.
Wear me out. The ones in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The proclamation reads as follows. Whereas Jonathan David Rashner, owner, general manager of Rumors Gentlemen Club, located in Forest Park, was born on February 2nd, 1986, in Las Vegas, Nevada. And whereas Mr. Rashner is a graduate of the University of Nevada, Reno, and started working at Rumors Gentlemen Club in 2014, but has managed and facilitated all kinds of employees in 2021. And whereas, despite running a professional business, Mr. Rashner continues to faithfully give back to the local community by donating and volunteering at several community-based events throughout the year, including the city's annual Back to School Drive, Fun Fridays, Forest Park Day, Thanksgiving Turkey Drive, and much, much more. And whereas Mr. Rashner had a variety of hobbies, such as playing the trumpet.
Got to do that at Fun Friday.
Sports cars, technology, basketball, and traveling, but mostly enjoys spending quality time with his wife of 2 years, Danielle, and 6-year-old son, Noah. Now therefore be it resolved, the Forest Park City Council hereby recognizes Mr. Jonathan David Rashner for his ongoing dedication, leadership, and exemplary service to the residents, businesses, and constituents of Forest Park.
Oh, no.
Boom.
And I just want to say, one more thing before we go. And again, since we're all up here and we're enjoying this moment and celebrating Mr. Redschmidt, the only one thing that he wants to do that he hasn't done in the city was be on the board, and I think he earned that. So I think we need to consider putting him on something. If he wants to be more involved and he's not asking for money, but giving it, then I think we as a council need to make that happen. And I also think, just because it's a gentleman's club, you know, because we have other businesses that don't do anything in the city, so let's not be judgmental, but congratulate him and thank him for this thing.
You can celebrate it birthday on Friday.
Okay, new business. Item 3, council discussion and approval on a Black History program. Is there a motion on this item?
So moved.
That was Councilwoman Wells. Is there a second?
I'll second.
That was Councilwoman James. Any further discussion?
Yeah,
Miss-
so let's say, Councilwoman, I just really want to make sure you have enough for it. Would we bring it back up next meeting, or would you want to would you need this approval to move the money to start working, right?
Yes.
Okay. That was just my question. So Ricky, we can bring it up if more funds are needed.
Yes, sir. So for full transparency, in the line item that in a later item, you will approve the amendment, it was funded in the amount of $2,500.
Ms. Rainey, roll call, please.
Councilmember James, Yes. Councilmember Anton,
Yes.
Councilmember Gutierrez, Councilmember Akins Wells,
Here.
Councilmember Mears.
Here.
It was yes.
Yeah.
we're
Oh,
voting.
shoot. That's why I was like, why did we didn't do this in the beginning? She be getting me with the roll call. I'm sorry. Yes. Councilmember Mears.
Yes.
Item 4, council approval on the GMA pension plan. Is there a motion to approve this item?
Mayor Butler,
Yes.
if you would, can we hold on the approval of the item and seek input from the governing body as to what they've heard today so that we have directions to take back to GMA so that we can finalize the ordinance and bring it back, as Michelle mentioned, for a first and second read?
So you just want us to email your recommendations or comments?
Or direct us to further engage with GMA on engaging for the pension plan. I guess would be the best way, Attorney
Please
Mitchell.
engage.
So is there a motion to direct city staff to continue the conversation and engagement with GMA on the pension plan?
So moved.
That was Councilwoman James. Is there a second? That was Councilwoman Wells. Any further discussion? Ms. Rainey?
Councilmember James. Yes. Councilmember Anton.
Yes.
Councilmember Gutierrez,
Yes.
Councilmember Akins Wells,
Yes.
Councilmember Mears.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Item 5, council approval of the comprehensive classification analysis and compensation study. Is there a motion to approve this item?
So moved.
That was Councilman Mears. Is there a second?
I'll second.
That was Councilwoman James. Any further discussion? Miss,
Yeah.
yes, ma'am.
No, I would just like to say, anytime we're, again, voting on things like this, I just like to see the different companies that put in, so that I know for sure what I'm voting on, but because I trust them, yes.
And we'll make sure you get that tomorrow, all of the different companies.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. What was that? The discussion. Ms. Rainey?
Councilmember James.
Yes.
Councilmember Anton.
Yes.
Councilmember Gutierrez, Councilmember Akins Wells.
Yes.
Councilmember Mears.
Yes.
Thank you. Council approval of lobbyist services, Capri and Clay, Inc. Is there a motion to approve this item?
So moved.
Councilwoman James, is there a second?
Second.
That was Councilwoman Wells. Any further discussion? Ms. Rainey?
Councilmember James.
Yes.
Councilmember Anton.
Yes.
Councilmember Gutierrez,
Councilmember Akins Wells,
Yes.
Councilmember Mears.
Yes.
Item 7, council approval of the service agreement with Georgia Power to install the lighting on the new welcome signs. Is there a motion to approve this item?
So moved.
That was Councilwoman James. Is there a second?
Second.
That was Councilman Mears. Is there any further discussion?
Once we approve it, when will they start doing the work?
So for the lobbyists,
No, the lights.
I'm sorry. I'll defer to Mr. Shelby. I'm sorry. I'm lost now.
No, once we approve it, I'll get it back to Georgia Power and we have to cut them a check. And as Mr. Clark would say, to be transparent, I don't know right now, but I'll get back with you.
Thank you.
Point of order, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, sir.
Is that the only ones we're gonna do? That's gonna be the limit to the number of signs that we put out.
Welcome.
Or will we need more lights in the future?
We're gonna put
More
up more signs in the future.
Well, at some point, I know definitely we would like to get some signage over at the logistics center, but I don't know if there's any more else throughout the city outside of
Those are the
that.
only welcome signs. We tried to do them at all the main entrances into the city.
Mhm.
And so those are the signs that we're lighting. Now, we do have some, as I call them, stick pole signs,
Mhm.
one at McDonald's and one coming in off of Old Dixie, coming toward the city.
Right.
But the other signs are monument signs that we're gonna light up, but there's no other welcome signs that we're gonna put up.
Councilman Mears, just to further expand upon that, are there areas that you would like to see other gateway signs deployed? I know there was dialogue about doing one on Old Dixie. I know we added Old Dixie, I believe, at some point.
So there are two on Old Dixie.
One was added. I think Ms. Wells brought it up as you come from Terra Boulevard direction.
There's a sign there already coming from Terra Boulevard.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's one there
Yeah.
already.
It's real small.
it is.
But
I know, Ms. Wells, but
space is small.
the easement is so small and we wanted to put something there and that's the best we could do. I mean, we can't put a big monument sign that'll be sticking out in the road.
Well, the reason I was saying that is that if there's more to come, then it's better to get them all up and then hook them up all at one time instead of having two repeats to go back and rechew your cabbage.
Now, these are just for these specific signs.
Thank you.
Ms. Rainey?
Councilmember James.
Yes.
Councilmember Anton.
Yes.
Councilmember Gutierrez,
Yes.
Councilmember Akins Wells,
Yes.
Councilmember Mears.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Council approval of a software request with OpenGov. Is there a motion to approve this item?
May I make a motion that we approve this item?
That was Councilman Antoine. Is there a second?
A second.
That was Councilwoman James. Is there any further discussion?
Councilmember James.
Yes.
Councilmember Anton.
Yes.
Councilmember Gutierrez,
Yes.
Councilmember Akins Wells,
Yes.
Councilmember Mears.
Item 9, council approval on the use of drones for the police department. Is there a motion to approve this item?
May I make a motion that we approve this item?
That was Councilman
Second.
Antoine. There's a second by Councilwoman Wells. Is there any further discussion? Ms. Rainey?
Councilmember James.
Yes.
Councilmember Anton.
Yes.
Councilmember Gutierrez.
Yes.
Councilmember Akins Wells,
Yes.
Councilmember Mears.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Item 10, council approval to purchase 2 canines and to enter into an agreement between the owners and the Forest Park Police Department. Is there a motion to approve this item?
May I make a motion that we approve this item?
That was Councilman Antoine. Is there a second?
A second.
That was Councilwoman James. Is there any further discussion?
Yeah, I have a question. So so do the, I guess, do we as a city take on the vet bills? I was just, because they said we pay them $1, so I just want to make sure that those costs don't fall on the person.
Under the agreement, the city is paying for food, vet bills, training, everything in relates to the dog.
Thank you.
Ms. Rainey?
Councilmember James.
Yes.
Councilmember Anton.
Yes.
Councilmember Gutierrez,
Yes.
Councilmember Akins Wells,
Yes.
Councilmember Mears.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you. And item 11, is there an approval to amend the Ward 1 line item for the homecoming parade, amending it to read Black History Program?
So move.
That was
Yes.
Councilwoman James. There was a second by Councilman Antoine. Is there any further discussion on that?
Nope.
All right, Ms. Rainey?
Councilmember James.
Yes.
Councilmember Anton.
Yes.
Councilmember Gutierrez, Councilmember Akins Wells,
Yes.
Councilmember Mears.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Now, we do have executive session tonight, and so I'm going to ask for the closing comments by the governing body. Councilwoman James?
Did you say James?
Councilwoman James?
Oh, I didn't want to go first.
Councilman Antoine?
Thank you guys, and happy Valentine's Day. Here's, Rashmi, God bless you, man.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yeah, hello, everybody. Usually you don't go first, so when Councilwoman James goes first, it gives me time to get my thoughts together. So I'm just coming off the dome. Now I know how you feel. But I just thank the public comments. I've been to Wellness with Wells and it's really fun and I love how the community engages there. I got to talk to two of the citizens that live in my ward and they gave me some ideas and some projects to work on. So I would really like for you, Mr. Clark, if you can come back with us with a number of what it would take to have that all year, because the obesity rates are a real thing. And I know nobody wants to hurt my feelings and call me chubby, but I need to be there more often. And the more opportunities we give as a city for our citizens to engage in these, the better. So that's that with that. Got an opportunity to attend Councilwoman James's event at the high school. Really enjoyed it. So kudos to you, Councilwoman, for bringing all these business owners and getting them to meet our school parent liaisons, school principals, and people that go to our schools and connecting those dots with our community. But yeah, with that being said, happy birthday, Mr. Rashmir. Thank you for everything you do, man. Like, I really appreciate your willingness to always just give back to our community. There's things that weren't mentioned there, like sponsorship for Christmas presents, support that you brought to the middle school, just sponsoring, the scholarship, which we're bringing back. So, Mr. Rashmir started a scholarship in honor of his father for 2 Forest Park high schoolers. So I just think, and that's cash money that they're getting. It's not like going to the school and all these loopholes. It's money they can use for their car payment, apartment, whatever it is, and, to give them a little bit from their community as they go off and do great things. So thank you for doing that. And I hope, more business owners can, just hop on the train and give back like you do. Bruce, thank you so much for everything, my brother. I appreciate your help in building everything you've done here. I don't want to get smushy, but I'm gonna miss you, man, and I wish you the best, friend. And I think that's it. Welcome to shout out to the people, whoever he's been here for 45 years. 24 years. Yeah. No, thank you so much, man. I always see how bright and happy you come to work. And you're giving Ricky a run for his money on the fashionista person in the city. So thank you, everybody. We're coming back with the food truck events next month and the cleanups as it gets warmer outside. Anything y'all need, y'all have my information. So thank you, Councilwoman James, for making me look unprepared.
Councilwoman Wells?
I would just like to piggyback off of what Councilman Gutierrez said, Jonathan. You know how I feel about you. And there were a lot of things that were left out. I just know for me, I've been in office 12 years now, and I know for 9 or 10 of those 12 years, I've adopted families for Christmas, and every year you guys are there. Thanksgiving every year, back to school every year. And then do you all know that the senior center trucks, vans that were purchased by Mr. Rashmir, his dad.
No
So
idea.
I just like to thank you so much for everything that you do. And I just want to say, as far as our businesses and our business owners, I just think we're making, and even people that want to come in and do business, I think we need to be a little more open, and as well as helping our businesses that are here and people that want to come in and do businesses in the city of Forest Park. That's coming from somewhere else, and I want to discuss it further when we get into executive session. But I just think, we just need to have an open mind, because a lot of people and businesses are going to want to gravitate here, and we don't want to make it hard for them. So if there's anything that we can do to assist them in coming to our great city of Forest Park, then I think we should do that. And Mr. Bruce, from your favorite, because I know I'm your favorite. You can say it now, you're leaving. Oh, no. Okay. Well, I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say then. No, but I love you and I appreciate everything that you have brought to the city of Forest Park. I hate to see you leave. But again, you have to do and make the decision that's best for you and your life. But thank you to everything you have given and brought to the city of Forest Park, and I wish you nothing but blessings from here on out. Yes, sir. And just like, again, Forest Park Day. So we're not waiting to the last minute this time. We're asking for sponsors right now. Forest Park is every year, the third Saturday in August. And so we're asking businesses and anyone that want to contribute to our community day to reach out to our council aides, Ms. Monica and Ms. Tanisha, to do so. And thank you so much. I was attacked at Wellness with Wells because they were just like, the residents love it. And they want to continue it. It's only one day a week for, I think, 3 or 4 months, and they want more. And I believe in giving back to our people. We work for the people. That's what they want. We give it to you. So thank you so much for coming and speaking on that. Thank you all for sitting with us. You all have a blessed night.
Councilman Mears.
Yes, ma'am. I want to thank everybody for being here, and I got a comment or two about our police and fire departments. As Forest Park noted and has noted, we're getting big city problems. We're not a little city anymore. And y'all just be with us up here when we try to make everything better for the fire and police. It may seem like they don't need this, they might need that, but they need everything they can get their hands on. And if we don't give it to them and support them, we can't blame anybody but ourselves. So through that, and the city manager, he's on top of it. And then when they come to us, I'm speaking for myself, I'm sure my allied allies will go along with it. We're going to do everything we can and give them everything that they need to make all of us safe. And I want to thank everybody for coming, and good night. Oh, excuse me, point of order. My favorite person, oldest person in Forest Park, maybe, I don't know, next to me is Mr. Finch. Back here in the back, he's steady Eddie. He's here all the time. I think we ought to give him a round of applause. He's the person of the week. Is anybody any older than 100 in here?
100.
Oh my. Councilwoman James.
You close, Finch.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. So I want to thank everybody for coming out. You all look beautiful. Want to celebrate Black History Month. I don't have my notes prepared for me, but I will say one Black history in the city of Forest Park is our first Black elected mayor, Mayor Angeline Butler. Black history. Yeah. So I want to remind everyone the third Thursday of the month is the ward meeting at 5 o'clock at the community center. So come on out for that. Mark your calendars for March the 10th is the hunger walk. We'll be getting donations for that so that we can feed those that are in need in our community. And that's all I have. You all have a great, oh, thank you, Mr. Bruce. And of course, I'll talk to you later on. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you all for coming out, and we appreciate you.
All right, I echo the sentiments of my colleagues in Mr. Abraham. It's not easy starting a department from scratch, but you did it successfully. And a lot of the success that we have had in these last 4 years is because of you. And so we are definitely in your gratitude. So thank you for everything that you have done for this great city.
Hey.
Yes, so there's something else I wanted to say, but it slips my mind, but I won't hold us up while I try to remember. So I'm just going to ask for a motion to recess so we could go into executive session for personnel, litigation, real estate, or legal matters.
So moved.
That was Councilwoman James. Is there a second?
Second.
That was Councilman Mears. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. FBPR1.
executive session and reconvene into our regular meeting.
So move.
That was Councilwoman James, there's a second by Councilman Mears, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. All right. Everybody. Councilman Mears? Okay. So that's why we do the roll call. All right, so let's see, we do have one item to vote on, and that is there an approval to change the procurement assistant position to a procurement officer?
So move.
That was Councilwoman James,
second.
second by Councilwoman Wells. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So move.
All right, Councilwoman James, Councilwoman Wells made a second. Oh,
Don't
wait,
y'all
do we have
forget your W-2.